Imagine this moment, 30,000 feet high, minus 58 degrees Fahrenheit outside, engines roaring deafeningly. Yet you sit comfortably in your seat. How is this perfect security achieved? I'm Captain Sarah Mitchell. I've been inside aviation for 20 years. From piloting to maintenance engineering, I've seen every stage. Today, I'll reveal the hidden protection systems in aircraft. 3 major categories exist: invisible guardians, life-saving designs, and future technologies. First question, did you know someone armed could be sitting next to you? Shocking truth. Someone armed is on this flight and you'll never know. Air marshals are among you. Invisible, silent, always ready. These federal agents master blending in perfectly. 3 basic rules. They board early, don't drink alcohol, avoid attention. Let me tell you about Frankfurt to New York flight. I watched a passenger, perfect, ordinary profile. 40-ish man, nondescript bag, generic clothes. What struck me, he didn't use phone, didn't fidget, just sat quietly scanning systematically. 8 hours observing him. Accepted meal but barely ate. Declined wine. Seemed to doze but eyes occasionally opened scanning cabin. During turbulence, while others gripped armrests nervously, he stayed composed. At JFK baggage claim, suited man approached him. Brief conversation, badge flashed. This ordinary businessman was Federal Air Marshal. Why stay hidden? Surprise is their greatest weapon. Known identity means diminished effectiveness. If threats spot them, marshals get neutralized first. Question, have you ever looked suspiciously at passenger next to you? Breathing deception. No real oxygen. Life-saving lie. Those yellow masks aren't connected to oxygen tanks at all. Most passengers imagine massive oxygen cylinders somewhere in the aircraft fuselage, feeding those drop-down masks through complex tubing systems. That's completely wrong. Shocking truth, they generate oxygen through chemical reactions, essentially controlled explosions, happening inches from your face. Each mask connects to a small canister containing sodium chlorate mixed with iron powder. When cabin pressure drops, a lanyard pulls a firing pin that ignites this mixture. The chemical reaction produces pure oxygen while generating intense heat. That's why the bag doesn't inflate and may feel warm. 3 critical minutes. When masks drop, you get 15 to 20 minutes of breathing time until pilots reach safe altitude below 10,000 feet, where you can breathe normally again. This isn't arbitrary timing. It's precisely calculated for emergency descent procedures. During Chicago flight, I experienced this firsthand. We hit severe clear air turbulence at 38,000 feet. Sudden decompression caused masks to deploy instantly. Passengers panicked, some hyperventilating, others frozen in terror. But that small chemical miracle, literally burning sodium chlorate, kept everyone conscious during our rapid descent to breathable altitude. Question, would you be calm enough to put on your own mask first in emergency? Elderly hero, your plane might be older than you. Frightening fact. The aircraft you're boarding today could be from the 1970s. When I first discovered this as young pilot, my stomach dropped. Looking at gleaming exterior, modern entertainment, updated interiors. How could this be decades old? Trust me, I was scared learning this truth. But here's what transformed fear into respect. 3 assurances exist: continuous maintenance, part renewal, rigorous inspection. These aren't suggestions. They're federally mandated worldwide. The oldest active Boeing, 52 years old, still perfect condition, flying passengers daily. This 747 logged over 100,000 flight hours, equivalent to 4,000 trips around Earth's equator, yet passes every safety inspection. Aircraft aren't like old cars deteriorating in garages. They're continuously renewed, strengthening organisms. Think classic car completely rebuilt every few years while keeping original frame. Major overhaul every 4 to 6 years means engines removed, inspected, rebuilt. Wings examined for microscopic cracks. Landing gear disassembled. Detailed checks every flight include tire pressure, fluid levels, control movements. Between flights, mechanics crawl through compartments. Before departure, pilots walk around checking hundreds of components. Question, would you trust aircraft older than you? Orange Guardian, the black box legend. Colorful secret, black boxes aren't black at all, they're bright orange. Most people imagine sleek black devices hidden in aircraft belly. Wrong, these are international orange, brightest color for maximum visibility in wreckage or ocean debris. 3 life-saving features. Crash-resistant titanium casing survives 3,400 G-force impacts, signals for 30 days underwater. Dual recording systems capture flight data and cockpit conversations. Each aircraft carries two separate units. Flight data recorder captures 700-plus parameters: altitude, speed, engine performance. Cockpit voice recorder preserves final 2 hours of crew communications. Recovery teams use specialized equipment detecting 37.5 kHz pinging signals. Inside stores every flight's digital DNA, complete electronic fingerprint of final moments. Until MH370's black box was found after years, truth remained unknown. This 10-pound orange box answered thousands of families' desperate questions. Temperature resistance, 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour. Pressure resistance, crushing force equivalent to 16,000 feet underwater. Wingtop hope, secret rescue hooks. Hidden rescuer, those metal hooks on wings aren't decoration, they're your lifeline. Look closely when boarding. Above each wing, small metallic hooks protrude, barely noticeable. Most passengers assume they're maintenance points. Wrong. These are emergency evacuation anchors for water landings. In water landings, 3-stage rescue. Hook opens automatically. Rescue rope attaches from life rafts. Passengers transfer safely wing to raft. Without hooks, slippery wings become death traps. Hudson River Miracle proves their importance. When Sullenberger landed Flight 1549, passengers waited on wings. Those hooks anchored safety ropes, preventing slides into freezing water. Engineering marvel. Wings support entire aircraft weight during flight. These hooks withstand tons of tension, essential when lives depend on secure attachment during emergency. Each hook tested for pull strength equivalent to small automobile weight. Installation requires precision drilling through wing aluminum into internal framework. Simple philosophy: when technology fails, basic mechanical systems save lives. Question: what would you hold on to stay afloat? Spinning death warning. The engine spiral's secret. Deadly trap. Engine spiral is a life-saving warning system. Look at jet engine intake. White spiral on center cone. Most think it's decoration. Wrong. This marking prevents gruesome airport deaths worldwide. Young technician friend approached engine during operations. Didn't notice spiral spinning. We pulled him back as engine spooled up. 3-second rule. When spiral spins, 3 seconds to escape suction zone. After that, death. Deadly physics. Engine intake creates 125 miles per hour suction extending feet forward. Human body cannot resist. Instant fatal ingestion. Ground crews died from single misstep near running engines. White spiral transforms from static marking into blurred warning when operating. Visual alarm system. When spiral becomes invisible blur, death zone active. Design intelligence, not technology. Airport operations involve dozens of workers. Split-second recognition means difference between safety or tragedy. Simple white paint saves lives daily worldwide. Question: have you seen simple design that saved your life? Silent communication. Horn in the sky. Unheard sound. Aircraft have horns, but you'll never hear them. Most passengers never realize aircraft possess horns, not for honking at planes, but for critical ground communications. Specialized buzzer systems designed for airport operations. 3 essential uses: ground crew alerts during pushback, cockpit signals when external communication needed, emergency backup when radio fails. Short, sharp sound cuts through airport noise. System operates only during ground operations. Horn button in cockpit, activated by pilots or ground crew. Sound resembles industrial buzzer. Loud enough to penetrate engine noise. At London Heathrow, complete radio failure during taxi. Air traffic control couldn't reach us. Dense fog limited visibility. Multiple aircraft moving. Thanks to horn system, we alerted nearby aircraft of communication problem. Prevented runway collision. Aviation relies on redundant systems. When primary radio fails, horn becomes vital backup, preventing misunderstandings on busy airport surfaces. Magic lights. Body clock manipulation. Science fiction. Reality. The aircraft is healing you with hypnosis. Modern aviation's incredible secret isn't mechanical. It's biological manipulation. Advanced aircraft like A350 use LED lighting that reprograms your brain's internal clock during flight. Revolutionary technology. LEDs manipulate melatonin production through precise wavelengths. 3-stage process. Sunrise simulation awakens circadian rhythms. Optimal color spectrum adjusts hormones. Body clock synchronization prepares for destination time zone. System automatically adjusts throughout flight. Departure lighting matches origin time zone, gradually shifts during cruise. Arrival simulates destination morning. Passengers experience artificial day-night cycle timed for landing. On my first A350 test flight, after 12-hour Tokyo journey, I felt completely normal. No fatigue, disorientation, or jet lag. Light therapy had come to aviation, hidden above passenger heads. Blue light suppresses melatonin, keeping you alert. Red light triggers sleepiness. Airlines program sequences based on flight duration, departure time, destination. Most passengers never notice gradual changes. Brain responds automatically, adjusting biological processes for smoother time zone transition. Question: did you know light could deceive your body? Giant cargo doors, flying trucks, giant mouths. Some aircraft can open their nose completely. First time I saw Boeing 747 freighter's nose swing open, my jaw dropped. Massive hinge section lifts revealing cavernous cargo hold. 3 wonders. Can carry locomotives weighing 200 tons, wind turbines spanning 150 feet, even complete aircraft fuselages. Antonov and 225, Hercules of Sky, represents ultimate cargo capability. This Ukrainian giant carried space shuttle components, entire factories, military vehicles. 6 engines, 88-wheel landing gear, cargo bay larger than basketball court. Loading requires surgical precision. Specialized cranes position cargo, computerized weight distribution prevents tipping. Ground clearance measured in inches when loaded. These giants are invisible heroes of global trade. Every Amazon purchase, hospital equipment, construction machinery might arrive aboard cargo aircraft. Civilization depends on aerial freight moving millions of tons daily. Boeing 747-8F carries 140 tons across continents. Passenger aircraft also carry cargo in lower compartments. Your luggage shares space with mail, pharmaceuticals, goods. Super tires, 155 miles per hour, collision. Impossible endurance. Every landing is controlled crash. Aircraft tires endure punishment, no road tire survives. 3 engineering marvels. 6 times normal pressure at 200 psi. Conductive rubber preventing static buildup. Multiple tire system distributing impact forces. They hit runways at 155 miles per hour but never burst. Imagine car tires suddenly accelerating 0 to highway speed in milliseconds. Instant destruction. Aircraft tires designed for this violent transition. First time I heard impact sound from cockpit. Thunderous boom through fuselage. Scared initially, then realized it's controlled demonstration happening hundreds of times daily. Routine for pilots, miracle for passengers. Each tire costs $5,000, weighs 200 pounds, contains steel belting. Boeing 777 uses 14 tires carrying 660,000-pound maximum weight. Temperature spikes during landing reach 500 degrees from friction. Heat-resistant compounds prevent blowouts. Pressure monitored constantly during flight. After predetermined landings, tires retreaded like racing tires. Aviation tire technology influences Formula One development. Crews inspect after every flight checking wear, pressure, temperature damage. Future vision, detachable flying capsule. Science fiction. Soon cabin could separate from aircraft and parachute down. Imagine ultimate aviation safety, entire passenger cabin detaching during emergency, floating safely to ground with giant parachutes. Crazy concept closer to reality than you think. Russian engineer Vladimir Tatarenko designed detachable cabin system. In catastrophic failure, explosive bolts separate passenger compartment from aircraft. Multiple parachutes deploy automatically. Cabin lands like space capsule. Prototype tests successfully demonstrated concept using scale models. Full-size mock-ups dropped from helicopters landed safely with minimal impact. System includes emergency oxygen, shock-absorbing gear, flotation devices. 3 challenges. Weight penalty reduces fuel efficiency. Mechanical complexity increases failure points. Manufacturing costs could double prices. Airlines resist expensive safety features passengers might never need. But imagine flying knowing crash becomes impossible. Engine failure, structural damage, pilot incapacitation. None matter when cabin becomes survival pod. Everyone survives guaranteed. Technology exists today. Economic incentives remain barriers. Future passengers might board knowing cabin can fly away from danger. Question: would you fly in such aircraft?